Very important bounce-back game for this man right here, C.J. Stroud, as he backpedals on 1st and 10, steps up, and he's sacked. Kyle Hamilton and the rookie, Malachi Starks, in the backfield. Here goes Stroud on 3rd and 8, connects, and he will convert. Houston trying to stun the football world today. As Stroud goes back down the center, it's the Iowa State Cyclone. If the Texans can establish their run game, going to find a lot more success on the offensive end as Stroud again picks out in the open man. 1st and 10 here for C.J. Stroud, knocking on the doorstep of the red zone belonging to Baltimore. Inside pass is caught again. It's Higgins. Dalton Schultz lining up in the slot up top here. On a 3rd down and 7, Stroud going to fire to the end zone. And Nico Collins, the Michigan Wolverine, is in for 6. And the bank falls silent once again. It's the Buckeye to Wolverine connection. Rivals in college, best friends here in Houston. Join Henry and Jackson as Lamar goes play action. Sets and fires, left side, pass caught by Andrews. Up the sideline, across the 50, still going inside the 40-yard line. In the National Football League, especially in the American Football Conference. Here goes King Henry, runs over a man. That's a big 1st down. Could it be time here as he is to Lamar Jackson's left-hand side on a 2nd and 4 from inside the red zone. Pass down Main Street, caught by Bateman again. Trying to go drive for drive with C.J. Stroud's Texan offense. Jackson on a QB keeper, completely fooled the defense, and he's in for the touchdown. Death, Texas, and Lamar Jackson scoring rushing touchdowns. Ravens an extra point away from a tie game here at home. Stroud, of course, trying to break the curse, so to speak, of the Ohio State quarterback carousel in the National Football League as he goes downfield on the sideline. Catch is made. Not a good pass there from Stroud. Houston fortunate to maintain possession. 3rd and 4, the drive continues though. Schultz again into the I formation as Stroud off the play action to Joe Mixon. Sets and fires again, puts it in there. Don't want to miss that. Going to be a stellar matchup. 3rd and inches, handoff up the middle, and Mixon is denied. Offense going to stay on the field here on a 4th and inches. Inside handoff is swallowed whole. Matabike does it by himself. Henry picks up 9.5 on his 2nd carry. Here comes number 3, gets up top, and that will convert him. Zay Flowers in motion, still yet to have a target here. On 1st and 10 in the 2nd quarter. Jackson goes right side again, loving Rashad Bateman, and that's why. King Henry picks up 7. On 1st and 10, right back to him they go. He will convert across the 50. Ravens back across the 50. Here goes Jackson off the play action, through the seams, low, and it's intercepted. C.J. Gardner-Johnson off the tip drill. Baltimore fans are displeased. That is the average Lamar Jackson turnover. A little bit low. Zay Flowers couldn't control it. And right time, right place for C.J. Gardner-Johnson, forcing a turnover on each other's 2nd possession. Here goes Stroud off the play action, stays upright, fires downfield, and a superhuman play from number 7. 2nd false start in the last couple of plays for Houston. Not on the same page, but C.J. Stroud once again gonna do it himself inside the 20. Ball down to the Raven 11. Mixon trying to get going here inside the 10, 1st and goal. C.J. Stroud makes an adjustment at the line. On 1st and goal, handoff to Mixon, cuts right, finds a gap, and finds the end zone. What a drive for Houston. Baltimore Ravens are on upset alert once again from the bank. Big time touchdown for Joe Mixon. 3:16 and all 3 timeouts here for Lamar Jackson. Try to tie this game up one more time before half, and that's not looking too promising. Texans defense again will bring some pressure. That's not going to work out. Mark Andrews off to the races down at the Houston 30. Lamar Jackson, though, from the shotgun, looking to convert. From the 22, down Main Street he goes. Rashad Bateman breaks free. That goes for 19. Still a 4-way tie for the NFC South right now. Easily the most competitive division this season. There's Andrews in the end zone, and we are just about tied again. Baltimore responds to the calling. This game seeming to go back and forth all day long. Who's going to put that to an end? No stats yet today for Roquan Smith in the box on a 1st and 10. Stroud not going in his direction very much, and why would you? Kirk is open again. Clock is stopped with 54 seconds here. High snap is collected. Offensive line still not doing Stroud any favors. Texans take their opening timeout. C.J. Stroud looking for another quick pass, and this time Van Noy will secure his sack. Raven fans are on their feet here on a 3rd and 19. Stroud goes down the middle, catch is made, first down is converted. D'Amico Ryans trying to hang on to his final timeout. No huddle here, pass going up top, end zone found, wide open. Dalton Schultz again. Another great drive for another tight end. Dalton Schultz out wide. Alexander just forgot about him. Texans take a halftime lead. Last week as well, not an opening schedule you want to see if you're a Ravens fan. Deep pass here for Lamar Jackson, knocked away, incomplete. All of a sudden, it is a 3rd and 7 for Houston's offense. Stroud again looking for a conversion. 5-man rush, gonna get home, pass deflected, and incomplete to their go-to guy in Mark Andrews. Quick pass to the outside, blown up immediately. Tight end screen was the call. Backup tight end Brevin Jordan in here on 2nd down and 8. Extra blocker for Joe Mixon, finally breaks one free. 9-yard gain and a Texan first down. Defense, though, winning these first down battles could prove to be big, and there's the 2nd down battle won as well. Marlon Humphrey looking like a 3-3 double mug here for Baltimore. Stroud gonna launch this one downfield, and Nico Collins pulling free. 71-yard touchdown, and Houston pulling away on the road. What another deep ball from number 7. Just the 3 incompletions and a crowd silencer at M&T Bank Stadium. 3rd and forever once again for Baltimore. Got to stop putting themselves in these situations. Can King Henry bail him out? He's hoping to, staying upright, and finally coming to the rescue is Derek Stingley into next year. 2nd and 5, RPO right side, a wide open Christian Kirk, and that is just enough to move the sticks. In the 3rd quarter, questionable spot there from the officials. Stroud, though, once more downfield, strike delivered right in the breadbasket. Stroud trying to get up to 400 yards passing. Might be the turning point in his season. There goes Joe Mixon again. Mean stiff arm as he's still going out to the 15 in the 3rd quarter. C.J. Stroud from the gun. Looking to go out on a bang. Steps up, throws on the run. Back in the end zone. Catch is made. Christian Kirk. And is that the ball game? Raven fans in complete disarray as Houston takes a 3-score lead on the road. Upset could be happening for sure. Derrick Henry back out here on 3rd and 9. Spent the first 2 plays without him. Can they use his ability here to the best of their knowledge? They will not. John Harbaugh has to keep the offense going. Looking to reach the 38-yard line to keep the game alive. Lamar Jackson down the middle does just that. Zay Flowers finally. Jackson from an empty pocket. 3rd and 2. And that changes here with Justice Hill in motion. Jackson goes down the middle. Pass is somehow caught. D-Hop is up top here on 1st and 10. Will Jackson look his direction? The answer is yes. The first down is converted. In now to the bottom half of the 4th quarter. Ravens still down a full 21 points. Looking for a miracle. Starts here on 3rd and 1. Jackson steps up, takes off, looking end zone, and he gets it. Step 1 is complete. 3rd and 4. Raven defense looking for a stop, not going to get it. Wide open is Christian Kirk, but he coughed up the football. Kyle Hamilton recovers, and what a time for the opening Raven turnover. And this game is far from over. Roquan Smith comes from behind, and Peanut punches that one free. Ravens take over. Quick touchdown here in this game becomes very interesting. Jackson backpedaling, and he's sacked. Jackson with the incompletion, 3rd and 17. What do you got here? Heaving this one, air under it, one-on-one pass knocked away by Stingley. 2nd, 4th down attempt here for Baltimore. 4th and 17, Lamar Jackson needs some help, finds a man, but it's dropped by Hopkins, and that might do it. Yet to win a conference game through 5 weeks. 3rd and 7, handoff goes to Mixon, got the first down and then some. Mixon's got a touchdown. Good night, Baltimore. Houston offense pouring it on. 40-point day for this offensive unit. A lot of fans hanging around here for this final possession. Lamar Jackson uncorks one, caught by Hopkins. Been at home a ton, little success at home. Not a recipe you want to cook up here if you're a Raven fan. Lamar steps left, fires downfield, caught by Flowers. Good ball there from Jackson. Mark Andrews in motion, had himself quite a 2nd quarter. Very quiet 2nd half. Everybody offensively can relate. There's Hopkins again, though. Action Jackson from the no huddle goes left side. Pass is caught again. DeAndre Hopkins again. This is not the same Houston team we've been watching the last couple of weeks, though. Mentioned earlier, this would be a turning point in somebody's season. Jackson steps right into a sack, and that really sums it up today. And that is that. The Houston Texans win in blowout fashion, 42-21 over the now 1-4 Baltimore Ravens.